Hello children, welcome to the class. Today we will do the poem Amanda from the book First Flight. Amanda is about a small girl whose parents are forever nagging her about what to do and what not to do. The poet expresses the state of mind of this girl who is constantly instructed about the do's and the don'ts by her mother. This frequent interference makes her feel very unhappy. It seems she is not free to do anything she wants to do. She wants freedom from all restrictions. The poem focuses on the struggle which Amanda is facing. The poet makes an important point that children should not be deprived of their freedom. Every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. So this Amanda is constantly nagged by her mother for making mistakes which she considers not part of good conduct laid out by the society in which we live. Let's do the poem now. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. So Amanda's mother is pointing out Amanda for biting her nails, which is a bad habit. Next, she asks her to sit straight and not bend her shoulders. Amanda is pointed out for sitting lazily in a lethargic manner. So her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. But Amanda is lost in a world of her own. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. So to escape the scolding, Amanda daydreams. She imagines herself to be a mermaid drifting blissfully in the deep green sea. She wants to be a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Her mother drags her out of her daydream and inquires whether she has done her homework or not. She then asks her if she has cleaned her room, if she has tidied her room. She also reminds her to clean her shoes. I am an orphan, roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. So now Amanda imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the streets, wandering freely. She says that she would have enjoyed her freedom then by making patterns of her bare feet on the soft dust, that is, on the sand. Should live a peaceful life. That is why she imagines herself to be an orphan so that she would not have her nagging parents. Silence is golden. She is so much fed up of her mother's continuous instructions that she thinks that silence is very precious. The freedom is sweet. She never feels free when she is with her mother. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? So her mother's nagging complaint breaks her dream. Now her mother is scolding her for eating chocolates. She reminds her of her acne that Amanda faces because of her eating chocolates. She scolds her again for not paying attention to what she is saying. There. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? At this time, Amanda not paying attention to what her mother is saying, imagines herself to be Rapunzel. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. So, Rapunzel was a character in a fairy tale who was captured in a tower by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of Rapunzel's long hair. So, Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels life in the tower will be free and peaceful, will be calm and peaceful. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down for anyone so that nobody could come to her in the tower. There she says, I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. So she wants to lead a carefree life without anyone to instruct her. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think I nag at you, Amanda. Amanda's mother now scolds her for behaving in a very odd manner. She asks her to stop sulking and blames her for having an unstable mind. She wants Amanda not to sulk. She says, you are always so moody. She doesn't want anyone to blame her for harassing her daughter. She doesn't want anyone to make her feel guilty. There, anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So what we see is that Amanda was always pointed out by her mother on every small thing. But she can't react to this. And therefore, she starts daydreaming. She yearns for freedom and peace in her life. She is constantly reminded of her mistakes. Now, what the poet wants to convey here is that parents, while instructing the children, they forget that the child needs some freedom. The poem conveys a moral that children need to be allowed some freedom. Excessive nagging may make them disobedient. Nagging them only worsens the situation. Parents need to change their way to bring about the desired change in the children. If children are persuaded and not scolded, they do change sooner or later. I hope this has helped you understand the poem. Thank you.